To reject.
2, race 5, Caulfield, Oakley Plate, first leg of the double due at 3:18. Set Sydney, here's Ian Craig.
10% record. Can he make it 4 out of 4? Well, we'll shortly know. He's crouched low, Aaron, waiting to bounce Barrel out. They're off this time, and Barrel jumped away quite well. And as one of the early leaders, Pallet into stride nicely, and the same for Gone West. Not all that far away as they settle down Golden Step and then Baker's Boy. As they run down towards the 100 metres, and Barrel is the leader, a half length on Pallet. Ferret going through on the inside to be third, and not far away next is Baker's Boy from Gone West, the fledgling, and then Golden Step. A length the Pippleway caught wide from Red Eagle, and over on the inside Tiki Touchwood from Salcante, Dan Gambit, Absolute being Pentas as they work to the 1400 metres, and Barrel getting his own way in front by 2 lengths now. Baker's Boy between Golden Step wide, who's hunting up to second now as they work to the crossing at the 1200. It's Barrel about a length and a half now on Golden Step, and the leader quickens 2.5 to Pallet inside Baker's Boy. A length the stablemates, the fledgling and Ferret, followed by Gone West, who's a horse off the fence. A gap then to Red Eagle around Tiki Touchwood, 2 Pipaway Salcante. Pentas second last at Absolute in the field, Dan Gambin, as they race to the 800 metres, and Barrel by 2.5 lengths on Golden Step, about 4 to Pallet, a half to Baker's Boy the outside, and then Ferret and the fledgling, 2 to Gone West, Tiki Touchwood, a gap of nearly 2 lengths, then Red Eagle, Salcante, Pipaway, Pentas, and 3 lengths to Dan Gambin. By golly, they've gone fast in this, and as they race up the hill at the 500, Barrel for Aaron Kennedy, a length and 3/4, Golden Step hunted hard, 2.5 to Pallet, Baker's Boy a length further back, the fledgling Ferret, Gone West, and then Tiki Touchwood, and the others headed by Salcante and Red Eagle into the straight on the favourite Barrel as Kennedy goes for home on him. It's Barrel, a length and a half on Golden Step, who's threatening, about 4 lengths to Pallet, then the stablemate Ferret and the fledgling. Barrel still in front, 100 to go. Golden Step can't reach him, and then a wall of horses including Ferret and Pentas, but Barrel looking good for 4 straight. He's home all the way to Barrel. Golden Step second, third Ferret, then Salcante, Pentas, Pipaway, Pallet, the fledgling Dan Gambin, followed by Red Eagle, Gone West, Tiki Touchwood, and last in was Baker's Boy.
Double $20.20.
Number 1, Barrel, ridden by Aaron Kennedy.
95 and 70 on the Super Tab. Number 5, Golden Step to return 2 even, and 6 Ferret at 130.
Number 5,
2 even, 130, New South Wales.
470. Number 6, Ferret, has run third, will pay $3 even. Now, the time's got me intrigued. Let's have a look here. 1:55.58. 1:55.58 is only 0.38 outside Radio Ready's race record, and Prince Granada holds the track record at 1:54.5, so they're just over a second outside the track record, and only 0.38. Sorry, 1:55.50, yeah, and only 0.08 outside of the race record, and the sectional time was 36.67. Well, hasn't young Aaron Kennedy got a good association with this horse? 4 rides on him for 4 wins, his last 4, by Dan Zature from Surround, so he's certainly living up to his breeding. A bay gelding 5, trained by Tommy Smith, a winning double for Tom, who shares ownership with his wife and Peter Gallagher, and that's the PR Gallagher Proprietary Limited Syndicate. And TJ Smith, of course, the trainer. Double for TJ Smith. Aaron Kennedy, 4 straight on Barrel. So he certainly linked up advantageously with the Smith Waterhouse stable, Aaron Kennedy, and of course is the rider of Light Up the World, this top-class filly. So it's good to see a young guy getting a break like this, and he's now been given the opportunity to show his ability. 1, 5 and 6. The 4th went to number 7. Number 7 was 4th, Pentas. The 5th, number 3, and that was Salcante, and 6th went to number 12, Pallet. So your superfectas 1, 5, 6, 7, 3, 12. A Golden Step, a 7-year-old chestnut gelding, chased the winner in vain. Sovereign Red Lady Hialeah, Kevin Robinson, Adrian Robinson, number 6 Ferret, third, backed at longer odds, Mascade Tyford, Bay Gelding 5, John Hawkes, Michael Evans, and the margins are a length and a quarter. A length and a quarter. Too good. The favourite Barrel in the Frank Underwood Cup. Rod.
Okay, Ian, the update for the next...
It's on the Act tab. And that is the stub, number 1, Cantoa. Sub-Adelaide race 5 is number 3. 3 Apache, the sub in Adelaide. Let's go to Melbourne, race 5 on the program. This is the Oakley Plate. Brian Martin getting set to call the race. And number 1, Poetic King, the late male sub and favourite at 281.60. Here's Brian.
Bit of movement out wide. Daring Ombre up in the air. Settles now. Set to go in the Oakley Plate for 95. Ken Rain ran a track record last year. Racing. He's gone away okay, Poetic King, prior to the force, dropping out after the start, and Keltreese getting back. First out in the centre, Daring Ombre bounced in front with Barcara and Alanon driving up towards the front where they settle down. Hero Win just off them. Sequalo pushing up in the middle. Daring Ombre, Barcara from Sequalo, Procrastinate fourth. They're followed by Alanon, Keltreese. Captain Lee back at the tail. Midfield is the heavyweight, and further back in the race then Hero Win. Then Poetic King, prior to the force, Fighter Bay, Royal Discard. Captain Lee last of all, 5.50 out. Sequalo, Barcara from Daring Ombre. Behind them Keltreese, Alanon taken wide in the middle, Procrastinate. 2 to the heavyweight, Hero Win, Royal Discard. Then Poetic King is well back with Captain Lee, prior to the force, and Fighter Bay at the 3.50 now, and it's Sequalo getting the upper hand from Barcara. Then Keltreese, Poetic King about to get out. Alanon further out in the track with a heavyweight. Coming to the 150, Sequalo in front of Keltreese. Poetic King into the clear. He's coming now, and so's Captain Lee in the heavyweight. They're across the track. Captain Lee from last is going to win the Oakley. Captain Lee has scored a half length to either the heavyweight or Royal Discard. Behind them, fourth on the inside is Keltreese. Right on their heels there is Poetic King. Further back, Sequalo from Fighter Bay, then Alanon, Procrastinate. Further back, then Barcara, prior to the force, Hero Wind, and Daring Ombre.
Winner, number 7, Captain Lee, 6.30 and 2.10. 12, the heavyweight, 5.20. Number 10, Royal Discard, 4.10.
Super tab there, number 7, Captain Lee to return 3.05 and 1.05. Number 12, the heavyweight to pay 2.70, and 10, Royal Discard at 1.75, moving up Queanbeyan.
In one of those great old-fashioned Oakley Plate finishes when they fanned across the track, any of about 6 could have won. And Captain Lee has taken the Oakley Plate today. Number 7, the judge calling on the photo to separate the outside, the heavyweight, the outside Royal Discard, and the other one there, from memory, I think was the heavyweight in this photo for the minors. But number 7 goes in the frame. Number 10 is second, Royal Discard, and number 12, the heavyweight, is third. So it's 7, 10 and 12. 7, 10 and 12 to the Oakley Plate. Big performance in 1.3.4. Last to settle down with high speed. And what a training triumph here for David Hall to win his first Group 1 race, to my knowledge, here in Victoria. And to produce this horse first up in an Oakley Plate is an outstanding training performance. Poetic King back beyond midfield, started to get out when they got to the 250 metre mark. He's run officially 5th, 4th in his Keltreese, so it's 7, 10, 12 and 4. 7, 10, 12 and 4. And the Bletchingly 4-year-old Captain Lee has come from last in a great finish to win the Oakley Plate. Brian's talking with the trainer now.
Yes, thanks, Brian. David Hall with us now. Congratulations, David. That's been a fantastic performance with the horse coming from last. How are you feeling at the 400?
Yeah, the heart's still in the mouth, I think. That was a pretty big effort.
It was so, wasn't it? It's capped up a pretty fair week for you, winning the UNLV, winning the Mornington Cup on Wednesday, and now the Group 1. Is this your first Group 1 in Victoria?
It's my first Group 1 ever, no matter where it is.
Oh, well, Brian said it was in Victoria. He wasn't certain about South Australia or one of those, but
no.
That's been an exciting effort. Now, where do we go from here with Captain Lee? The Futurity?
Oh, no, straight to the Newmarket.
Straight to the Newmarket.
Yeah.
And no worries about the fitness. What are you going to do between now and then? It's a fortnight or so away, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no, the horse was spot on for today. I was just saying, he hasn't had one problem this time in. It's just been incredible to get something go 100% right. And it's fantastic to see it.
Well, congratulations. It's been, as I say, it's just capped off a terrific week for you. I know there are going to be lots more of them.
Let's hope so, Brian.
It'll be a good night tonight too, I'd reckon.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks, David. And tell you what, Brian, it's nice to be able to talk to someone who doesn't mind talking to you.
Yeah, that's well done. David Hall, he's a credit to his profession. He's carved a real niche into Victorian racing since coming over here about 2 seasons back, as has Elf Matthews, and they've won a Group 1 race today with Captain Lee.
Let's go to Ian in Sydney for race number 6, the last couple to move forward there. And just before that, we've got Perth Totes. Try for these. Race 1 Perth on 3-1-2, 3 Top Lunch paid 2.15 and 70. 1 Tolo Harbour 65 and 2 Rock the Casbah 130. The Quinella 370 trifecta 32.65. 4 was out, 6 are late scratching. Race 1 Perth 3-1-2, 2.15 70, 65 130. Quinella 370 trifecta 32.65. Just about set Sydney. Queanbeyan will hold for this Sydney event. Let's go to Ian.
His ladder now. Mamselle Padrille, drawn in gate 3. Rider Mark Newnham, orange, white star, striped sleeves. Dinnerport moving around. And they're off. And immediately Star Spectrum dropped out to last. The speedy Wide Berth goes to the front, narrowly though from Sweet Hour. Moving into third spot is Mamselle Padrille, closely followed by Flicker Star, then Vital Consent. A length further back on the inside, Zetoile, followed by Dinnerport, Insomniac, 2 Tipsy Star, then Book Star Spectrum, and last is British Link. They head along past the 900 metres, and Wide Berth almost joined now by Flicker Star. He's about a half length away second. With 800 to run, the favourite third, Mamselle Padrille, and then Sweet Hour, Vital Consent. 2 further back is Dinnerport on the outside of Zetoile, and then Star Spectrum and Insomniac. Tipsy Star, British Lincoln, Booked is last as they race to the 500 metres here. Not a lot of change in the order. Wide Berth about a length and a half clear on Mamselle Padrille, getting up on the inside of Flicker Star, and 2 Vital Consent, a length Sweet Hour, and 3 to Dinnerport, and then Star Spectrum and Insomniac straightening up, and Wide Berth a length Flicker Star on the inside, waiting for the run, Mamselle Padrille, and then Vital Consent, Sweet Hour, 2 to Dinnerport, but Wide Berth still in front. Wide Berth down to the 100, kicked away and put about 2 lengths on Flicker Star and Vital Consent, but Wide Berth has run them into the ground. Wide Berth a length and a half clear on Flicker Star on the line, Vital Consent third, then Sweet Hour, Star Spectrum, Insomniac, Dinnerport, Mamselle Padrille, Booked, followed by British Link, and then Tipsy Star, and last in was Zetoile.
6 Wide Berth to return $3.25 and $1.10. Number 5 Flicker Star to pay 65 and 4 Vital Consent 160. Almost set Queanbeyan.
10 she likes Canterbury. Number 6 Wide Berth, ridden by J. Adamo, has scored. Number 5 will be second. Flicker Star, ridden by K. Moses at 140. And Vital Consent, number 4, ridden by Justin Sheehan, will be third to pay $3.40. So, Wide Berth winning at 1:15.08 for the 1280. 1:15.08. 36.3 was the sectional time. Mamselle Padrille over on the inside. They got away from her over the concluding stages. There probably wasn't a lot of room on the inside for her, but over the concluding stages, they did get right away from her. And Wide Berth has simply run them into the ground, as I said, in the rundown towards the winning post. Wide Berth trained by Kerry Walker up at Gosford for P. Evans, M.A. Sestanovich, A. Short, S. De Carolis, G. McIntyre and G. Lay. By Broadreach from Outremer, a Baymare 4, and nicely ridden by Jamie Adamo. Having a look at her record here at Canterbury. She's had, there you go, she's had 6 starts at the track and distance for 4 wins. And she'd run 4th behind Light Up the World last start, so a lot of depth in that form, obviously.
Okay, let's go to Tony at Queanbeyan. They're set again for race 5.
This is take 2. Take
Magic
2.
10.
But the breakaway, and there's a clear last with Telesto. First out near the inside, Cross Swords with Spring Hill, Lad and Amphitryon. 3 in line early. A length and a half further back, Frontier Boy up 4th from Napoli Star. Corrigiador track. Bonamici out 4 wide, travelling forward from Top Walk, KDM Royal Snack. Dark Star further back over on the inside there, Num Sing, and last of all Telesto. At the 1400 metre mark, Bonamici went around the outside, took up the running by a length and a half to Amphitryon. Spring Hill Lad has gone up now third. Over on the inside of it, Cross Swords, and Starstruck's out 3 deep. You'll have to let it go, I think, around the outside. And when they go to the 1200 metre mark now, it's Bonamici, a length, Amphitryon. Starstruck is caught 3 deep around Cross Swords. Spring Hill Lad right there in the centre. A length and a half, Corrigiador, followed by Napoli Star, Frontier Boy. Further back, then Top Walk, Rural Snack. They're followed by KDF, Num Sing and Dark Tsar. Last of all, Telesto down the side. Only an even speed. Bonamici a half in front as they race to the 850 metre mark from Corregidor, taking off around Amphitryon. Spring Hill Lads at a lovely run. Fourth behind them from Cross Swords, and further back in the race then came Starstruck, and they're followed by Top Walk, Mapley Star trying to get out from Frontier Boy. They sprint now from Raw Snack. Well back in the race, KDF, Numsing to the rail from Dark Tsar. Telesto last in the corner. Corregidor's gone up to Bonamici, a length into Spring Hill Lad about to join in. Starstruck making her run and off the track. Top Walk when they turn from Mapley Star and Cross Swords. Around the turn they race now, and Starstruck going quickly after Corregidor. Spring Hill Lad and Bonamici back to the inside from Cross Swords, and then Top Walk. Starstruck on the outside going up to Corregidor from Spring Hill Lad. The WA mares hit the front. Starstruck from Corregidor fighting back there, clear of Cross Swords. It's Starstruck. She wants to lay it a little in front near the line, and Starstruck a neck on the post. Corregidor ahead third, Mapley Star. Cross Swords right behind them from Spring Hill Lad. Numsing on the inside behind those KDF, and then Bonamici. Then Royal Snack from Top Walk further back. They're followed by Telesto, Dark Tsar, and well back in the race Amphitryon, and with it is Frontier Boy.
Number 6 Starstruck, 460 and 190. 8 Corregidor, 180 and 10 Mapley Star, $2.80.
Number 6 Starstruck, 220 to win, 90 to place. Number 8 to Corregidor to return 105, and number 10 a Mapley Star to return 145.
Is it 7 and 6? Number 6 Starstruck from Perth has beaten Corregidor, and Mapley Star will get up and grab third placing after the Carline Cup today in the time of 150.4. Number 6 Starstruck, ridden by Rodney Griffiths. Number 6. Number 8 is second, Corregidor, ridden by Jim Cassidy, and number 10 third, Mapley Star, A. Matthews, 6, 8 and 10.
6, 8, 10 Melbourne. At Newcastle it's 8, 2, 3.